Good. Let's see. We clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure having you here. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And technically, as a spiritual healer, what I do pretty much is that I help people to become mentally and emotionally balanced. And for you to become emotionally balanced, I'm definitely not referring to, let's just say, you being polite or not having to raise your voice, or they go down, we go up, they go up, we go down. It has nothing to do with that. You see what I'm saying? Now, depending on what the situation is, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker know. You feel me? And still maintain and still being emotionally balanced. When we're saying emotionally unbalanced, it's when you're being triggered. You don't understand how your emotions are being created. So therefore you are pretty much being enslaved by your own emotions. Whereas on the flip side of that, when you become emotionally balanced, now you express yourself through your emotions. You're not being suffocated by them. So when you see somebody being triggered, of course you may say they are saying something, but it's really pain. A reaction being triggered, the essence, the root of it is pain and lack of balance. And not, it's so being emotionally balanced could, it has nothing to do with being polite in so many words. That's what I was trying to say. And but mostly it has to do with you being in control of your emotion. However it comes out, you could be in control of your emotion and choose to respectfully say fuck you to a motherfucker. Nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? I do it a lot. So bear with me for a second. You know what I'm saying? I'm not triggered. I don't fuck with you. Or vice versa. Do you see what I'm saying? But the point is, you being in control of your shit. And for you to be emotionally in control, you got to understand, you have to master it. You have to understand everything about it. To master anything, like you got to know everything that is to know about that thing. You made it yours. So it goes beyond just being polite. Now, on the flip side, well, as in addition to that, I also help you to become mentally balanced, which is also the same thing. Now we're talking about you. I mean, how do you be in control of your mind if your mind is being controlled by other people? It just would. It doesn't work. You're not going to be mentally balanced. You're just going to be mentally controlled. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you motherfuckers are mentally controlled. Well, that's what mind control is. Your behavior is being conditioned a certain way. And a lot of times you're not even aware of it. So I help you to understand how your emotions are being, I mean, I meant to say your intellect is being shaped. The society that you're growing up in, how is it impacting you? What kind of thinking that they're giving you? Understanding your culture. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it all has to do, I mean, it all has a big influence in you being mentally balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell you, hey man, would you like to have a piece of like some dog thighs? You know what I'm saying? Some a dog quarter leg, you know what I'm saying? That alone may want you wanna like throw up, right? Whereas in other countries, man, niggas eat dogs. I'm just saying. And you truly being biased because that's what culture is. That's why you have to go beyond your culture because your culture is always going to be biased, meaning there's going to be a limited perspective. And for you to become whole as a person, to be fully whole, you have to be mentally and emotionally balanced. That's what spirituality is. I mean, pretty much we just discuss, spirituality right here. Our purpose on earth. Okay, I'm stretching it a little too much now. You know what I'm saying? But if you follow what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? It's all connected. It's all connected. So now, again, so you have to understand how your, intellect is being shaped because that's everything. That is how, if you're being conditioned to think a certain way, well, that's how you're going to think. But again, I guess, I was kind of like getting ahead of myself because as part of my, I guess, presentation, I always like to give you a little bit of background about what spirituality is. Do you see what I'm saying? Because now I'm showing you, that's why in the Kabbalion they say it's all mental, the all is mind. Because when you talk about spirituality, you're talking about everything. But anyway, as a spiritual healer, that's what I do. Now, if you're coming back, you already know. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Get your smoke. You know what I'm saying? We always break bread here. That's what we do. Okay? So we're breaking bread. We're having our last supper. You feel me? Let's do what we do. Get you a plate. You know what I'm saying? You already know it's our love on this side. Now, again, as part of my presentation, especially if this is your first time or even if you're coming back, for me, this is everything. Because I feel like if you understand what spirituality is, you're done. This is it. That's you understanding, that's you. I mean, this is it. It's right in front of you. That's it. Like, yeah, I mean, it's so, I mean, it's too close. I see it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta lay back so you can look at it better. Like I always tell people, it's not how much you see, but it's how you're looking at it. Because if you're looking at it from the different, like from a limited perspective, well, guess what? No matter how much you think you see, it really doesn't mean anything. Well, another way of saying this, that's when we talk about quality and quantity. So quality has everything to do with being inherent. This is you as a spirit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find your beauty, baby. But anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself. You know what I'm saying? It had to be said. It had to be said. But this is the point. That's why we're here. That self consciousness that you need to have is you knowing who you are. Well, who the fuck are you? A living mind. Now, how do you get to you understand that you are a living mind? Well, culture. Look at how you act. Our speech is a representation of our mentality. I'm giving you how I'm thinking, which is also a part of me. Everything I do you see what I'm saying? So my world is reflecting that. Now, it's not always the case, but that's when you have your scammers, right? People who are deceiving you. Because I'm trying to say, okay, so when I said your speech is it's a reflection of your mentality, which is also then when you delve into what your mentality is, which is the mental spirit, you, a living mind. But anyway, so now you may argue, let's just say some people may be like, well, I may say something, but it's not a representation of how I really think. Well, dear friend, that's what I call an unspoken word. That didn't stop you from that. You expressed yourself. You were not honest in it. So true consciousness, that honesty, that self-knowing. So now those people are deceivers. You're scammers. You know what I'm saying? Who are not living. You're not about it. You talk about it, but you're not living it. Some people don't even talk about it at all. But anyway, to make a long story short, or even to get back to, me emphasizing and how important it is for me, whenever we get to talk, I got to let you know what spirituality is because it is everything. It embodies everything. So therefore, the common, let's just say, idea of the fact that spirituality is outside of you. It's like some sacred shit. It's out of ignorance because you don't, obviously you don't know what spirituality is, or you don't even know your true nature, because now you only identify yourself with your physical part. And we're going to be talking about that too tonight. And I'm going to show you how, even in our culture, like everything we do is fucking spiritual. We don't even know it. I mean, again, there's no way, there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about spirituality, spirit, your, you know what I'm saying, perspective, imagination, all of that could be, I guess, throw in. I mean, you could throw that in there in terms of, you know what I'm saying? But again, this is you having this human experience. There's nothing that is created outside of your mind, meaning we all agree with, spirituality, and the way we, whichever religion, or even let's just say you're a fucking atheist, right? Your mind is still being shaped a certain way. That's why I always tell people, even when you're being objective, you're still subjective because it's coming from you. Let's just say if I were to say I don't feel pain, my body feel pain. It's coming out of my mouth. How do I feel what my body feels? I mean, even though I'm saying I don't feel it, but I'm living it. So much so, do you see what I'm saying? So it's all subjective. So the reality is there's no difference. But the idea of saying my body feel pain, I don't feel pain, is to separate your body from you. But yet again, that expression is coming from you. This is crazy. How do you choose one part of yourself and neglect the other? Well, that's what most people do. That's what the fucking ignorance is. Because that's why you'll see most people who become truly spiritual, it's not really like, they're not against life. They shouldn't be against life. That's why they embrace nature. You see a connection with you in nature. I hope. In fact, what we're going to be talking about tonight, has a lot to do with nature too. But anyway, um, so it's spirituality is your regular life. So then within spirituality, we use something called the occult, which means or hermetic, what I'm saying, a sacred knowledge, a hidden knowledge. But the hidden knowledge doesn't mean it's being hidden from you. Like if it is kept away from you, I don't want you to see it. No, that hidden mean this type of knowledge you got to go in. That's when you'll see the common denominator in all of those occult or spiritual, sacred or disciplines. You could call it the Sufi, uh, 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 a Mason, or whatever the fuck. Ultimately, they're all referring to the inside, the part of you that is truly you. So, in other words, when we talk about the occult is to give you a deeper understanding of who you truly is, or you truly are, depending on how you look at yourself. How you want it. All right, cool. You're smart. You know what I'm saying? I mean, doesn't matter. You feel me? But the point that I'm making here, and which is also very important, because again, you cannot dissociate spirituality from your regular life. Now what the occult is doing, just like I was saying, that regular life that you're living, just right here, right now, guess what? You got the power of manifestation. Oh, motherfuckers like, yo, man, I could just think about it and make it happen. Okay, so who the fuck is you? See, this is the part of us that we're not addressed. I mean, we're not addressing. That's why people are looking at the results. That's why they say seek the kingdom of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a quality man. I go in. I look for the internal values in things. Oh, I'm expensive as fuck. In fact, you can't even buy me. Money's not enough. That's that treasure. Once you find that, listen, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that path, when you know. You can't unsee what you see. That's why the whole purpose is for you to know who you are. Once you see it, that's it. Game's over. It is over. And that's how you transcend matter by going in. So all of those different disciplines, they talking about what the occult. They are in fact, they are all under the umbrella of what the fuck the occult is. It's giving you different philosophies, but most importantly, understanding about the inner person inside of you. It's helping you to see beyond the veil. Hey, motherfucker, there's more to you. You have a conscious mind, you have a subconscious mind. You're like, oh shit, yeah, the power of manifestation, nigga. You think positive, you could do this. And obviously, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you're not thinking positive, well, you're gonna get that. You win stupid games, you're gonna get stupid prices. That's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? You can't listen, man. You can only rip what you sow. Now, this is a great segue for me to delve into the conversation that we're going to be talking about tonight. So, just to close it out real quick, spirituality is your regular life. Then, when we have the occult, those sacred texts, the knowledge, it's not to be kept away from you, but we understand we do not cast pearls before swine before because if you don't get it, we understand. Listen, your inner vision, that's how you see outside. So, if you don't work on your inner self, we know it. So, we're not gonna give it to you. And that's why in fucking Kemet, we have the mystery schools. So the school in itself is it was based on knowledge. The concept in itself is mental. Then now you stepping. That's why. Oh my God! I hope you can see what I'm seeing because I'm looking at it from a fucking energetically perspective. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, yeah. I was having a private moment. Oh yeah. I'll be having my business all out there. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Feel me? Come on now. We right here. We're not going anywhere. You hear me? So let's get back to what we were talking about. Now that okay, I wanted to close off. So that was a great segue for us to get into now. We were talking about how you rip what you sow. In fact, part of the occult, there's something called metaphysics. That type of discipline is pretty much telling you the same laws that exist in nature, it goes beyond nature. That's what metaphysics is telling me. So meaning I say I rip what I sow, right? Then in nature, if you're a farmer, well, you can only, if you didn't plant anything, you're not gonna eat anything. I mean, shit. Like, okay, I don't need to spend a lot of time on that. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? I hope I didn't have to spend a lot of time on that. But if I must, shit, nigga, I dance both ways. You know what I'm saying? But if I must, I mean, my nigga, you didn't put anything. The day you plant the tree or the seed, it's not the day you're gonna eat the tree, man. It's not the day you're gonna eat the fruit. So these are all things that are happening in nature. That's why our ancestors always worshiped nature because we knew nature was God because that was the wisdom we were looking at, and that's how we use the wisdom or we understand what was happening in nature. Then we apply it in our lives. But most importantly, this is where I'm going with this. Just like you can only reap what you sow. Well, in our lives, if you don't do shit, nigga, like what the fuck you gonna get? Come on, man. And this life, it's impossible for you not to do shit. Even the niggas that choose not to do shit, they still doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you never see somebody who's hating on you, saying you think you're better than everybody else, and meanwhile you're doing all the fucked up shit. Do you see what I'm saying? The amount of work, what you calling when somebody's hating on you, they're doing a lot of work. I mean, it doesn't pay off, but it's all good. But what I'm trying to say is, you can't. There's no way you're gonna get something out of nothing, bro. You got to put something in. Even if you want to talk about the law of manifestation, well, you put it in your fucking mind, nigga. So again, I was hoping I didn't have to, because certain things, but you just never know. I'm trying to cover all my bases here. You know what I'm saying? We good, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just covering my ground. But okay, you never know. Everybody's gonna get something out of here, baby. You know what I'm saying? We don't discriminate, obviously. It's all good, baby. You welcome here. As long as you want it, I got it. You want it, I got it. There's tons of other videos too. I got it for you. I'm here to work for you, ma'am, sir. You know what I'm saying? I'm serving humanity, baby. Or my fellow spirit, however you want to put it. Isn't that why I am a spiritual healer? But serving you now at this point, here it is again. I have to understand my true nature to help you to understand your true nature. That we know this is spirit and spirit dealing, so this is us. Why am I shining so bright? It must be in my mind. It's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable, but very much believable. Do you see what I'm saying? So believable, it's unbelievable. But anyway, let's get back. I'm walling. Let's get back to so again. So I'm showing you there's a direct relationship between us and nature. What's around us. So metaphysics now is telling you pretty much that. So the same laws and all those sacred texts are telling you same laws that exist in nature. The Kabbalion does a great job on that. They talk about the different plane and how those hermetic laws they shadow each. Anyway, you check out the Kabbalion. That shit is free. But I'll give it to you like they never gave it to you before because they always talk about the principles, but missing the core of it because the principles is to get you to the core to let you know who you are. It says those laws when we talk about codes, laws and spirituality, and like it pretty much it tells you how this work. It's the key to something. Well, the key to okay, let's just say you want love, or the key to it. Here you go. Love yourself. So ultimately, then it's an inner job. This is a motherfucking internal affair. That's what makes it spiritual. So, but when you most people look at it from only the outside and negating, not knowing, then the occult now is telling you about the inside. And the illusion at this point is you thinking there's a fucking outside. I shouldn't say there shouldn't. There's not you just you thinking, but you dissociate it because thinking about it is okay, but to separate it from you, that's when the conclude. I mean, the illusion comes in. Because another key, even to free yourself of matter, you got to go through matter. You don't push it away. You don't disown it. You don't refute it. No, you embrace it. You embody it. That's you understanding my speech is a representation of my mental. Then my mental now is the intelligence. And you activated the whole thing. That's what the Kabbalion calls the living mind, spirit. Everything you do in this life is based on what how much you know or who you know. But ultimately, what you what you know. That's why they tell you, guess what? Change your mentality, change your life. Change your thinking, change your life. But again, that's when you have to, there's no way around you not understanding your culture because it's going to be biased automatically. So therefore, you have to bypass that. For you to bypass that, you would have to be conscious of it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you as an American could be like, yo, that's what American niggas do. You could see the limitation in being fucking American. You could see the benefit in being a fucking American. So now you're going outside of it. Whereas another stupid motherfucker like this nigga, I'm American. That's it. Nigga's done. Nigga, what? There's nothing else? Nothing else, dog. Nigga done. I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm American, nigga. Wow. That was a fully loaded, statement, but out of ignorance, just like people would encourage you to travel. You know what I'm saying? Get to see another culture, dog. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, that shit would open up your mind. The same food you used to cook is the same exact food they used to cook, but it's just cooked a whole different way. You know what I'm saying? That's when they talk about your style. You know what I'm saying? This is Italian style, Caribbean style, whatever style, Chinese style, whatever the fuck. So again, I just wanted to make sure we establish this understanding here. Now, what we talking about, because I was saying all of this for you to understand a relationship between you and nature. The same way, the same laws that applies in nature applies in our life, meaning nature reflects itself to us and we reflect ourselves to nature. We do it in our language. We do it in everything that we do. So when you see this is the introduction for you to understand your elemental nature. When we talk about the elements, we're talking about earth, air, fire, and water. Well, these are all part of you. Again, the idea, remember, the mind is all. So relatively, just like those laws applies in nature, they'll apply in your life. You project that back and forth. You let okay. That's why we say some people are very down to earth. When you say somebody's down to earth, what the fuck are you saying? You saying, yo, that person they could be grounded to one level, because if we're really going to talk about being grounded, it goes beyond, let's just say, some Western or European books will tell you, you want to feel grounded, take your shoes off, you know what I'm saying? Just walk bare. I mean, which is good. But to be really grounded goes a little bit beyond that, though. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the ground is fucking hot and you have never walked around like that before. Oh, nigga, you're gonna be jumping. You're not gonna be grounded at all. Think about a hot fucking, not sand, but hot rocks you're trying to walk on, and for the first time, you're like, yeah, it ain't gonna be grounded, nigga. Nah, nigga, I'll put my shoes on and stay grounded on that one. Do you get the point of what I'm saying? It's more than, again, this is the complexity, the beauty, the multi different fucking dimensions of us as well. Because talking about that can relate is part of my world too. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm having another, listen, listen, we just got to drop it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why this type of knowledge is for the living. We're talking for the living, the ones who have the open heart. You know what I'm saying? Even when you don't get it, but okay, something's being said here. Because I remember I used to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I didn't quite get it, but I know there's something that's being said here. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. There's something's being said here, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta listen to what they're talking about. The curiosity, the love for wisdom. Oh man, and then becoming that too. It's all beautiful. It's a journey you must take. The words gotta be made flesh. But you already know that. You should already know that. Taking you accountable, nigga. Taking all you motherfuckers accountable. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Grow. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. Why you doing me like that? Mm. And like, don't fuck with me. Please. Because it's all gonna backfire on you. You should know that. I'm wilding. That was an internal one. The beauty of everything. But anyway, so now you seeing the direct reflection in human nature. When we're saying somebody now, even in our language, so what we're saying is we are reflecting, exhibiting the traits of nature in our language. Oh, bless up. Come on now, you know it's got to be two. Woo! Two would be even better. But I think in this case, three is even two is that's it. Shit, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't, there would have been a third one. You feel me? Now we're talking some shit right now because I'm trying to get you to understand. You know, like when you're looking at just our language, I'm showing you how it is also a reflection of our mind. But besides just our mind or our thinking, but how we are also thinking. Because that how to understand that's how you realize we relate to everything. And the true spiritualist or the true master would know that. That's why we use nature to communicate. When we say, that's why I'm telling you, you have to understand your elemental nature because it goes beyond. You know how people talk about earth, air, fire. It goes beyond that. Your elemental nature is truly your true nature. It's you embodying. Let's just say if you're earth, let's just say sign, you're fire sign, water sign. You need to embody all of it. The purpose of you understanding your elemental nature or astrology, that's another good one. It's not to box you in a fucking box. No. It's to give you a better understanding of who you are. Let's just say you're earth. Okay. Let's just say, okay, I am an earth type of person. Meaning I kind of move slow. I observe a lot. I take my time. I don't rush to make a decision. Um, what the fuck? If people are playing with you, I stay grounded. Like I stay within myself. So again, this is where I'm saying, even in that example itself, you gotta be emotionally balanced when you're saying that I'm grounded. So it's more than just having your feet on the fucking ground or walking around like touching nature. So there's levels to it. That's why even your chakra, it's all mental. It's taking place in so many different planes and different levels. That's why your true chakras are nothing but a representation of your mental different state of mind. When you say somebody might be in their lower chakra, meaning, they haven't, they don't know who they are. Or maybe they just seeking from, what I'm saying, if it's sex, what I'm saying, that's just, what I'm saying, the regular shit, party and bullshit. But when you get to see or become a little more conscious, you have your chakras a little bit higher, then you have your intuition, you're guiding yourself through life. Or you see what I'm saying? It's more than just fucking or being a hoe, prostitute, whatever the fuck. Or just money. Money cash hoes. You know what I'm saying? That I mean, if you're stuck in money cash hoes, damn. You know what I mean? It's got to be more than that, baby. It doesn't have to be. I mean, I'm saying it has to be more than that because I know more than that. But once you get to know more than that, that's why you'll see everybody that change. They're telling you to change, man. Yo, you know what, man? I used to argue with motherfuckers. I'm not even arguing with niggas no more. Look at everybody that reached a certain understanding in life. That's why it's beautiful for me, even when I'm looking like, like a guy like Nori with Trank Champ Drink or Drunk Tramps, whatever the fuck. My bad, brother. That doesn't mean you bad either. Nah, in fact, I fuck with you. I'm just, I'm just having a moment, baby. Look at the evolution of this motherfucker. He's giving people flowers. Niggas tell you I used to kill niggas. Well, he didn't allegedly. He didn't say that, but he was a shooter. I don't know who he was shooting at. I'm gonna leave it right there. We're looking for trouble, nigga. I'm Haitian. I'm on my business. You feel me? But that's not what I'm trying to say this to say. I'm not here to talk about the bullshit. The motherfucking change is beautiful. Oh, I love to see that kind of shit. Look at Jay-Z, look at 50 Cent, man. These niggas don't even wear a fucking jewelry like no more. Jay-Z got dreads, nigga. These niggas are in a whole different space, my nigga. Like from the time they started, come on, man. Snoop Dogg got grandkids, nigga. Let me repeat myself. Snoop D-O double G got grandkids. L Cool J, all them niggas. You get the point of what I'm saying? Now, to me, it's beautiful looking at these motherfuckers change, and but I mean, to the pure, being the person that I am, that's the kind of shit I look for. Listen, at this point, I'm telling, like, shit, nigga, I am who the fuck I am. I'm beautiful, baby. I am fucking beautiful. I stand behind this shit. Shit, you out of your fucking mind. What? Come on, man. I found my beauty, baby. Shit, I'm testifying to this motherfucker. I hope you find yours. He said, in fact, that's why I'm here. That's how beautiful I am. To help you find yours. Look at you. Go get yourself. Oh, motherfucker, go get yourself. Look at him. He laughing. Next, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're doing God's work, man. This shit is serious, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you playing. Mm-mm. This is my life. This is my dedication to you. This is my credential. Oh, this is godly. You know what I'm saying? I see why he loves me. You know what I'm saying? But like I tell this motherfucker, don't you even dare to think you love me more than I love you, motherfucker. Otherwise, how the fuck would we be here? It wouldn't make sense. Had to talk my shit for a second. Because, the ancestors was coming through too. I had to acknowledge them, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we had to speak respectfully too. You know what I'm saying? Because, they looking out. I got to let them know, hey, I fuck with you. I got to let them know. Come on now. I wouldn't be able to be here without these niggas, man. Listen, I know. You know what I'm saying? They fuck with me heavy. And you already know. That's what I'm trying to tell them. Don't even say that shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about this shit somewhere else. Because here, they know what's up. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's probably the realest shit I ever said, man. Because niggas you got to have, that's what I'm saying. Your emotion, your anger, whatever the fuck, your passion. Maybe not anger, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just mm, that connection. You got to be in touch with you. Otherwise, how good is you? How useful is you if you're not using you? But anyway, I mean, forgive me. mm, I was on my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, hold up. Gotta get some of that water. You feel me? Hold on just a second here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bless up all my dreads too, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, them Haitian niggas fuck with them dreads. You hear? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Shit. I've been around so many dreads too, man. Big up, man. Now, niggas. Now, we're talking about those elemental, or I'll kind of jump ahead of myself here just to trying to get you to see what this whole thing is all about. But I guess, let's dumb it down for a second, right? Because that's the point. The point is for you to become those elements. And that's how you are in your element. The Let's just say if I'm saying to myself, let's just say I am a fire element. It's not meant for me to, because I'm a fire element, I do not deal with the water element or I don't deal with the air element. That's not the purpose of that. If you're looking at it from that perspective, you're looking at it from a I don't know, man. You're tripping. It's all good. We all trip, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking at it because the whole purpose, all of those elements work together, even in nature. When you pour water in fire, what do you get? The steams, right? Yeah, they all fuck with one another. Even with the ground, the stones, when there's a bunch of water, over time, because the stone is grounded, if you are, let's just say hypothetically, a earth sign or a earth, yeah, earth sign, then you tend to be more grounded. You don't move easily. That's when you let niggas know we right here. We not going anywhere. Even in that kind of speech can be reflecting we right here. We're standing. So that could be another layer in you understanding Earth too. The ground is taking place in nature. I'm trying to make the connection and trying to help you to see the different layers and the different ways of looking at it, different layers, tomatoes, of something as simple as nature. That's just you sitting down looking at just the water, the river going down. And then as you're looking at it, there's a whole lot of shit that's taking place. The conflict between the water and the river, and with the stones, the rocks, the relationship. Then you have the sun on it. I'm trying to get to help you to see it from all different angles. So when you identify yourself, let's just say with you a Leo, I mean in my case, you need to become whole. It's not to separate yourself, not to box yourself in. But let's just say I know I'm a Leo, right? So that gives me a fucking advantage. Now, if I know I'm a Leo, I know I'm not water. Okay, so I may need some water. You know what I'm saying? You gotta water your shit sometime. Leo, shit, nigga, I know. You gotta have some water in your shit. Like for me, you know what I'm saying? I mastered those fucking elements to a point where, nigga, I just go, I'm just flowing, and then at any given time, I let niggas know anything that I know how to use my fire element. I depending on the situation, and I'm still gonna be flowing. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, you understanding your astrological sign, your house, your elemental nature, it's not for you to box yourself in. It's for you to have a greater understanding because, like they say, the beginning of wisdom start with you knowing who you are. So understanding the element nature of yourself is a part of yourself that would help you to identify yourself so you can do now delve into yourself in so many words. I know that was a lot. It was what it was. Okay? That was what it was. It's pretty much talking about the journey, the understanding, the work, putting it. It's all of it. That's why the words got to be made flesh. Then when you're looking at this reality like that, you have automatically bypassed the reality. I mean, matter. That's when you are looking at it from the matrix perspective. You're seeing the dots. That's what looking at the fucking uh uh looking through the veil is, or as simply put, becoming conscious. So to understand your because I'm saying all of that to say, I'll give you a perfect example. Even in our culture, right? We don't really look at, because listen, everything I just said, if you're able to piece everything together, I'm showing you that you are truly spirit, and everything around you is just one, pretty much. and you are everything around you, and you are yourself. I'm showing you that by showing you how nature has an impact on you and you have an impact in nature. I'm trying to help you to put the pieces together. So then now, I probably have to say step three, but it doesn't have to be any steps. I want you to put the pieces together here because I think this is gonna be this is a beautiful art too. I'm Yo, there was a Haitian nigga. I love this nigga, man. And I always when I do my thing for my ancestors, as you should. Um, what's that nigga name, bro? I'm walling. Names are not working out for me tonight. No names. Yeah, Tuesday. Nah, no names tonight. We ain't calling out nobody, man. I'm staying out of people's business. We're just gonna talk what we're gonna talk about. We ain't calling out no names. So again, let's jump back real quick into understanding your nature, right, and seeing that relationship in nature. And again, the spiritual journey is that it's you understanding or going through those different portals or understandings that will help you to arrive to you becoming the king of your castle, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha. You wake up, you know. That's why I always tell people your humanity is your spirituality. In other words, your spirituality is your humanity is the cover for your spirituality. But truly, your nature, I mean, once you get to see it, then that's when it doesn't matter anymore. That's how the masters were able to go beyond earth because we know it now. I know who I am. Then you automatically, again, I'm giving y'all a cheat code, man. You might have to rewind this because you got to connect to what I'm saying. This is a like this is you got to connect to this. I mean, it was said a way for you to connect to it. Get your medicine, man. So every time I'm on that kind of tip, I can always feel my ancestors. Because I learned so much out of these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? The Muhammad Ali's, the whoever, all the fucking ancestors. You hear me? The Bookman, Toussaint Louverture, Capois Mort, and all that shit, nigga. There's like this Saline, you already know. Shaka Zulu, you know what I'm saying? All them niggas. They know what's what. You know what I'm saying? And we got to honor them because those codes I'm delivering to you was passed down to by them, but I had to wake up to it, and then we all doing the same work. We're just passing the shit down. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why you have your so many Jesus that came in. You're looking at one here, man. But I'm not even gonna hold you on that one because it's beautiful. The original Dun Dada. Right here. That's the connection. So when you become conscious, oh man, it's that direct connection with the ancestors, man. They appreciate it. They love it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they couldn't wait for you to get there too. I know for me. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's like, come on now. Come on now. You did it. Come on now. You have motherfuckers I didn't even know that's showing up. Come on, nigga, you did it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you, in other words, that's all can also be translated in something ancestors that you don't even know that's protecting you. I'm on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, it is what it is. Whenever spirit, hey, come on, man. That's what we do. We love this type of conversation. Oh, that's how you sit among the elders now. You're getting your wisdom. You're paying attention. This is life. This cosmic. It's beautiful. It just is. All and nothing. It's got to be lived though. You gotta live it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feel it. It's already in you, baby. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta turn it on. Come on, man. My man told you, baby. Let's get it on. You just gotta turn it on. Turn that shit on, baby. But it comes with a lot of work. Yeah. Come on, the manifestation to turn it on. Listen, work is work, and it's being translated. Listen, hey, this is for the strong though. This is the part of spirituality people are not telling you about. It's always the growth, the beautiful, the life, the success. Yeah, but how about the other side of it? Even Jay Z was saying he was talking about some shit like he knows how to deal with pain. Your growth, it's all that. That's what it's all about. That's why your experience never goes away. But you, as the magician, you are transmuting, meaning you're changing your emotions. But to change them comes with you acknowledging them to have a better understanding of them, of yourself, self mastery. So it's consciousness all across the board, the living spirit, the living mind, intelligence. Then when you look around you, what you're calling psychic, it is energy. We could read energy because energy, there's messages, there's intelligence in it. It always communicates. That's why they tell you when you're sperm, whatever. Now that has nothing to do with what I just said, though. I don't know why I was thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? No, but I guess it is all related. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. Maybe I have a dirty mind. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we definitely talk dirty over here, babe. Hmm. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, again, that being that emotionally balanced. You know, feel me? Talk it, I live it, I show. You know what I'm saying? We can't be. Yo, I gotta be exposed. That's what a star is. I gotta be exposed. I gotta expose myself at any given time, no matter where I go, even when I don't speak. The energy's there. The beauty's there. You know what I'm saying? And me understanding being a fire element as well. So I tend to I show people the bullshit too. And that's the other side of it that I have to deal too though. You know what I'm saying? Because when you project a light on people's darkness, they don't like that. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. That's what I do. I expose you motherfuckers. That's my nature. What's your elemental nature, nigga? It's to hide. I'm exposing you. But again, I'm saying all of that to say I'm wilding. Oh my god. But like understanding that because we are reflecting that, even in our society right now. Don't they tell you, you have something called emotional intelligence? Then you have the kids that are emotional intelligence because we associate water with emotion. That's technically what they're talking about. That water element. They got to feel to learn. They understand how people feel. They don't talk a certain way. That's what your emotional intelligence is pretty much all about. Your politics and all that shit. It's always been emotionally, intelligent. It's not a term that's created. I mean, it's probably talked about now, but it's always been around. Trust me. That's why you always move. When you understand your culture, this is funny. I was watching Salt. Like I always tell people, like a president in the United States represent Jesus to you, is your savior. It's like regardless of what's taking place, Mr. President, what are you gonna do? And somehow in those movies, Mr. President's always protecting the world. America's interest is to love the world. We gotta save the world. Check out the movies. You tell me. Your saviors. There you go. So who's gonna save you? Obama. So we did it. Why is it important for us to fucking vote? Because you gotta save your country. You gotta say. I'm just saying. Listen, depending on where you at with it, you look at it from different perspectives. It's all good. I know what I know. Wait, wait. What's going on? Wait, wait. So again, that's why you have to understand. You have to expand your ego. You have to expand your intelligence. You got to go beyond what's given to you and truly see it for what it is. Then you understand there's no savior. It's only me. I can only save myself. Mr. President, what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, may God save us, Mr. President. And then there you have your Mr. President now, who's stuck, who's got to make an ethical decision, and may God bless us. That's fine wine as its best, and I be smoking, drinking, and witnessing this whole shit. Like, God damn, okay, came close though. Ah, we know better. Well, guess what? That's how movies are shaping your life. That's why now it's being translated in different areas of life you may not even be conscious of. You know what I'm saying? We gotta vote, such and such is fucking us up. You know what I'm saying? Every 4 years, something's gonna have to change. And then we need a savior who's gonna save our life. Like the last 8 years, like we didn't completely die dead, but we're almost there. But the next motherfucker that's gonna is gonna kill us all the way. So we've been experiencing that fucking cycle over and over and over and over. It's still oh shit, nigga. Like I'm like, wow, I enjoy it. This is, but depending on how you're looking at it, it might be. I see. It might give you, but it's okay. It's where you at with it. And my light will do that to you too, depending on where you at with it. I know I'm here for. Listen, man, it comes with it. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's Dharma, finding your elemental nature. You know who you are, dog. That's why you see in those movies, the nigga said, I'm a killer, man. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back and do what? That's what I'm good at, nigga. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? We work over here for the divine, man. We expose. we take the light out of the darkness. We bring the light out of the darkness. We're exposing the light. Oh, it's gonna come with a it comes with a price. And as you're going through that journey, the transformation that's going to take place, that's the Jesus story. That's what you'll see that's gonna take place in your life. With your family, with you know what I'm saying, now with society. The idea of the Jesus, we want that because they don't see the light in you. Depending, especially if you came from, let's just say, well, how I came from, like, was a low life family. You know what I'm saying? And you seeking for wisdom or knowledge, that's gonna be a problem. Well, that's what the Jesus story is telling you. And as you're going through, you seeking the kingdom of God, you elevating yourself. That's what everybody when niggas are telling you haters, you know what I'm saying? It's all translated in that form, but in the inside is the transformation. It's the transformation. Even you have rappers that are telling you, yo, man, after you make some money, you can't just be going back to the hood. Well, why not? You're gonna find out why not. This is all spiritual. The level of understanding. This is not the amount of success that they're used to. That's what your haters do. You call it haters, pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't take that away from them. I agree. Nigga, I totally agree. What I'm saying is there's a spirituality side of it. That's how you have to drive their memory lanes. Like I delve into what is called a psychopath mentality. I guess what does that make me, right? Well, it makes me the person that's able to get out of it, get in and get out. That's why a true spiritual master, a light worker, you have to walk the dark side and the light side. Because if you don't walk the dark side, you wouldn't have enough light to even talk about. Because most of the light, this is it's all one. Out of the darkness comes the light. So you gotta walk in the dark. You gotta delve deeper into the darkness. As a matter of fact, that is me understanding how they think. You got to. That's where the understanding comes in. You know what I'm saying? Those are my babies, man. Those are my babies. That's why I'm giving them a classical ass whooping. Those are my babies, man. You're a baby, man. Sit down. Fucking baby. You think you're grown? No, you're not. You haven't put the work to make you know what I'm saying, so you could grow up. You're not growing up. You're a scary little bitch. Oh my god, you're probably crying all night long. You the bitch ass of the bitch asses. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get back to what we are talking about. This was just how can I say this? It was just a special delivery. That one, you're not concerned. You know what I'm saying? That was just a special delivery. It was made specifically, tailored and tailored. You know what I'm saying, for certain people because we're making sure everybody's gonna get what they came here to get. You're gonna, yeah. Listen, I hope you get some. But anyway, to make a long story short, now going back to nature, understanding, you know. even in our school system, right? They will tell you some people are mental people. That's what the air quality is. When we're talking about air, it's mental. In the occult, it's referred to mental. These are the people, they don't have to touch it. They're very intellectual. Those are your book readers. Those, again, I'm just showing you how in a regular life, some people could be more air. They don't call it that way, but more mental. Some other people learn through touching shit. Well, that's an earth fucking energy. But we don't call it that way. Let's just say that, again, reflecting on the occult again, it's giving you a deep me. What I'm doing here is trying to I'm you by using the occult is giving you a deeper understanding of what's taking place on a regular day. You just go to school, you don't know shit about spirituality. They tell you, okay, some people are more emotional learners. I mean, not emotional, well, emotional intelligence. Yeah, emotional learners. They learn better at doing this. Other people learn better at doing that. Well, what the fuck does that mean? What's taking place underneath it all? So I'm trying to show you where the element aspect of it comes in. But in the very beginning, I took you into the relationship that exists between nature and ourself, even in our language and in our doing too. Because when I'm talking about here, people who learn by touching, we know those people are physical people. Niggas will tell you, man, nigga, I learn better when I touch it, man. Meaning I just gotta do it. Not necessarily touching it physically, but they gotta see it to believe it, to understand it. Then you have your niggas that all you gotta do is just explain to motherfucker. Motherfuckers say, "Oh, that's how it works." Then you have your air motherfuckers, mental. Then fire is normally associated with being creative. Some people are creative. You're artists. You know what I'm saying? Learn through their imagination. Like your boy, Albert Einstein talked about imagination is greater than intelligence. I don't know. Yeah, some shit like that. But again, making pointing out how important imagination is. Your fire intelligence, right? Then you have what am I missing here? The fuck am I missing? I talk about Earth, which is you touching, air, understanding. Oh, and then emotional intelligence, which I already talked about. They know how to talk to people based on how people feel, so they understand emotions. So therefore, those type of intelligence is being used a little bit more, especially around work circumstances. When you're dealing with different type of emotions, different type of people. But again, I'm just giving you something that's taking place. It's not even what it looks like. There's a lot of, in fact, there's a lot of shit that's taking place underneath it all. That's where the occult comes in. That's where you knowing who you truly are. That's where now in this world, this is why this world is pretty much ignorance because you're not going in. You worshiping idol meanings the outside instead of what's within. And out of that thinking, you have built a world. That's what the Matrix may call should be the Matrix. Not a world that's trying to fuck whatever the fuck their terminology. European, you're gonna get that separation. They're always trying to fuck you up. Again, duality. But under polarity, it's all the same. You need to have a good opposition. You know what I'm saying? Do you realize that? We go to the gym, what do we do? You don't look at fucking the dumbbell. In fact, you're looking to lift even heavier. The heavier the crown. There you go, nigga. Again, they shadow the different world, the universe, the everything. That's that connection. That is that understanding. That's you becoming the all as well as you being yourself. You being able to become cosmic at this point, not just understanding, but also making a connection to nature. While you understand you are separated from nature, but yet you know you're not separated from it. Meaning you may be different. That's the relationship of the Father and the Son. Meaning the Father, everything, and then your individuality. That's why you have to embrace both. In the European style of spirituality, they trying to make you think, your individual. That's what they call in the ego. You know what I'm saying? That's like you saying, well, there's levels to it. You saying I cannot love God and love just love, I don't know, something else. My love for God's got to be solely God on some lower level now, but we are multi-dimensional people. Well, that's the Father and the Son. Meanwhile, you being yourself, but yet you still, that's the expansion of your ego. That's how you truly become cosmic. Of course not, your ego is not going to be the same because it has been expended. But then motherfuckers always talk about the ego. The ego, the ego in these yo, the ego is she. Listen, man. I wonder if that's not a shadow side of themselves too. That's exactly what it is. Ignorance. Now, what they're saying about their ego, which is their ignorance, is their shadow that they haven't fully seen it as they should. Because I don't see it that way. Not just that. You let me know any type of motherfucking Kemet or African spirituality that's egotistical based. We don't talk about that kind of shit because the knowledge that where we comes with automatically maintain or expand the ego. That's why we have not, I mean, life knowledge, nigga. There's no way you're gonna have fucking what people are calling ego with a fucking life knowledge. There's no fucking ego in your sense. That's why your ego is as limited as you are. Your ego is not your enemy, dog. That's your dog. Me and my ego, she nigga. I told you I found my beauty. It's my nigga. That's what protecting me now. You got to give it the right information. Yeah, that's what makes the difference. So again, um, so we talked about those different elements. Now you understand, but the purpose of it, like I was saying before, it's not for you to put yourself in the box. Let's just say if you're earth element, then now you know, you should know your weakness. Then you work on your weakness. But guess what? As you're doing that, you are somehow nurturing a different element in you that's gonna take over that part. And that's how you nurture everything. Like I'm a fire element, but I'm very water-ish. Or it comes off very water. Until you stick your dick in, I'm like, that's where the fire comes in. Yeah, what you doing? I said, no, no, we're good, but what are you doing though? Okay, no, I'll keep it there. Thank you. And then the water comes right back. Thank you. Nah, you ain't gonna shit over here, nigga. You gonna shit right there. Nah, I know you gotta take a shit, but it's not gonna be over here, nigga. You gonna go take that shit over there. Or in other words, that's what getting the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Not here. Fuck out of here. So meaning within our kingdom. Well, I'm speaking in layers too. It's being translated in so many different level or plane as the Kabbalion. I really like how they talk about it. They talk about the different planes and how the Hermetic principles, they pretty much shadow into those different planes. And that's in other words, that's exactly what I'm talking about too, in a different way. Again, it's all the same. Just different angles. So the reason why I do recommend that you understand your element, like your element nature, because it gives you a better grasp of you. So now you could work on other aspect of you. That's what taking accountability is. Not necessarily, but I'm trying to relatively. It's not you saying I know what I did was right, but I know what I did was wrong, but now it allows me to work on something better. By me acknowledging that I was wrong, now I can make it right instead of thinking that I made it right all the time and it's been wrong and I don't know that it's been wrong. I'm taking you step by step, baby. I hope I didn't lose you. You know what I'm saying? I hope I didn't lose you. But ultimately, that's what that is. So once you understand that, again, knowing your element, your element nature helps you to expand, not to put yourself in a box. Because shit, even let's just say you're gonna fight a fucking enemy. If you don't know anything about your skills, like what the fuck? You gotta know what you got. You gotta know your skills. Then when you're gonna fight another fucking opponent, now you know how to use your skill or to maximize your skills or to use your skills as a weakness, whatever the fuck. But it all starts from you having that initial or that initiate understanding. That's what being initiated is. You start to, what I'm saying, to recognize that you have to open up to it or taking accountability. It could be said in different layers and different ways and different understanding. But ultimately, is the beginning stage that will prep you. But you have to embrace that. Like it would be, how would you, let's just say, if I'm an earth learner, right? I know I got to touch it to learn. So if I'm going to do something new, then I know what I got to do for me to understand it better. How does that take away from me? Doesn't. In fact, it makes me better. Instead of trying to figure out, okay, what's the best way for me to learn? Is it, do you have to explain it to me? But once you already know it, it opens up your world. It's not meant to box you in because now you could work on your weakness. That's why, what I'm saying, you have to become whole. In African spirituality, we talk about ma'at, harmony, you becoming whole, seeing the bigger picture. The mind is all, and all is the mind. So I guess I will leave you guys with this. Let's just say, as a spiritual healer, I'll help you to understand maybe your element nature, right? Depending on how you learn, depending on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say if you're a person that's really grounded, it takes you a long time to make a decision. That's no generally considered being Earth because you slow, you don't move. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some benefit to it when people are trying to hype. You know exactly what you got. You know what I'm saying? You remain. But the flip side of that too is that it take you too long to make a decision. Sometimes you gotta be on point, baby. You gotta dance with it. So, do you see yourself? Let's just say, if I were to say I'm a fire sign, I don't want to be grounded. I just go with my fucking imagination. Yes, I got it, but sometimes nah, nigga, you gotta slow down, and speed up. So you have to nurture all of it. But knowing your element nature gives you a starting point. That's what I meant. And we're gonna live it here. Aishin, Brau, Mali.